Good morning, YouTube and Twitch. Hopefully I am live. I will check that in a moment. I am sorry I am late. This is not going to be my new time. It's just, I'm still a little bit trying to figure out stuff on the real life side. I got like 0 sleep last night, so waking up early was not an option for me. That does not look like I'm live. Let's try again. Hello? Come on. There we go. Well, in case... go away. In case you missed it, hello and good morning to YouTube, to Twitch. I hope everyone is having a good day. Today is lore day. We will be doing some lore, hopefully. Waiting for Bobby Vita to pop by. Waiting for hi and welcome to the stream. I hope you're having a good day. Feel free to say hello in the chat if you want. If not, lurkers are always welcome. Boop, boop, boop. Oh, what's that? Oh no. More events. I've not done very many events because they're all for the new area that I am nowhere close to getting to. Alrighty. Go check our commissions real quick. Just to see what's what and what's where. Inazuma. Fun. All the fun. Shoujoun. What's this one over here? Time trials. I might do something to skip that. Today is Leyline Day. Hi, PDF. Yeah, the writing stream is soon. It will be on Sunday, like always. Might be some writing on Saturday, depending on just the mood and what I play. How's your day been, PDF?
Don't break the law. Is there anything else? Yeah, seriously, don't break the law.
We're gonna go find ley lines. I hope your day, or night, you know, I don't know where you live, but I hope it's going well. I'm really happy you like those writing streams, by the way. here we are at a ley line. Let's beat people up.
Not too far now.
Hi. Oh no!
Poor Barbara.
Hi.
Be free. Too slow. Yeah.
I think PDF left.
Farewell.
I know people don't, but I kind of wish people would say goodbye. My stream is so small. It'd be nice to just to say hello and goodbye. Maybe I'm just old. Alright. I'm also eating while I'm doing this, so pardon me.
Be free. Tell me what you see.
Hi. Hi. Yeah. Hi. Oh. Yeah. Hi.
There's two of these bastards.
Hi.
Order guide you. Not too far now.
Let the show begin. Hi. Go, Barbara, go. Hi.
Solidified! Farewell!
If you ever see any stickers on my back, do me a favor and take them off. Malazines like to play pranks sometimes.
Let's see where we are in our commissions. 1. That's okay, we still have residues. Maybe I should go do, leeway. I like leeway ley lines, they're much more fun. Most of the time, not always. Oh, and of course it's more whopper flowers because fuck me. That was the wrong one.
Gather! Be free! Solidified! Gather!
Okay, that's not bad.
Let's get down to business.
Let's not and say we did. Come on. Still practicing archery, I see. Oh, thank you so much for the demonstration you gave us previously. Thanks to you, I've become a master marksman? Not quite there, no. I can now hit 5 out of 10 shots, at least, and that's all thanks to you. Our drill master still wants to see more out of me, though, so I'll keep working at it. Since you're here, do you mind putting on another demonstration? Will you help me? Thanks so much. I promise to watch closely. I'll leave the demonstration to you. I promise to watch closely. Well, you already said that. Wow, you've got them all. So you still got it. Let's go find Shine and see if you learned anything. Your skills are as sharp as ever. I hope you were watching very closely. Of course I was. I was watching everything from your grip to your draw. How should I put this, though? It feels like the more I watch, the more I can sense the gulf in our skills. Well, best not to dwell on it right now. Please take this as a thanks. Alright, back to ley lines, because that's more fun. I got mail from the drops. Just to remind everyone who's not watching, my thing has drops enabled, and I guess they restarted this month. For this month. There it is.
Pay your dues.
Oh.
Farewell.
Okay, that's on me.
Leaving so soon.
I get frozen.
No backup, huh?
Let's dance.
Time to say hello.
Get electrified, bitch. Excuse me. It's probably not going to be enough to... Nope. We were hopeful, though. That's up or down. Bad slimes. Okay. We needed some heat. Toma! Toma, 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 toma. Excuse me.
Where we headed this
Toma.
time?
Please melt ice. Oh,
Not too far now.
Unsolicited.
you know, I gotta switch Toma back out.
Understood.
That was not who I meant.
Wish me luck.
Another test subject.
Go, Barbara, go! Go, Barbara, go!
Fry. Be free.
Overloaded.
The wrong test subject.
We need these very badly. Like 2 characters who need them.
Farewell.
The wrong test subject. The hunter.
Oh, really, bro? Get fucking juggled.
Not too far now.
Should replace my hammer.
Guess we have a person in our world. Did I just use condensate? I did. Oh well. Okay then. Just some kindness. Am I on the wrong side of the mountain? Oh, I hope I have enough stamina for this. I don't know if I have stamina food. Oh, the cliff edge is right there. Please make it auto run. shit. It's a far way to fall. At least we didn't die. Let's see, where is this? Oh, there it is. Alright, let's, Oh.
Be free.
Some big fists.
Not bad. I have no
Shit.
Something's wrong. Go! You're free now!
Solidified.
Not too far now.
quake. I will have
Oh,
order.
that's not what I meant. Ah, shit. Well, may not be what I meant, but it's how it went.
Free.
Let the show begin.
Alright. That has used up all of our resin. That has gotten us all of our quests. Oh, right.
Ad Astra Abyssosk. Welcome to the Adventurers Guild. Thank you for completing today's commissions. Here is your reward.
Yay, reward. And drop
Ad
reward.
Astra Abys...
I don't think everyone's ready, but I think... yeah. It is what it is. Let's see how much resin we have. One. We have one fucking resin. Because we fucked up and used condensed resin while trying to pick up stuff. Ugh. That sucks.
Can't you give me a better price? When you're high up, everyone can hear your voice.
Doop-a-doop-a-doop-a-doo. Well, I guess I could go to Sumeru and just start doing stuff there, since it doesn't seem like Bobby Vita is gonna join us today. And I don't want to read lore to no one today. Maybe next Friday I will, but not this Friday. Hey, Draco. This is not the way I'm supposed to be, apparently. Ooh, stuff. No. Yes. Okay, down still. Oh, new character.
Sorry I'm late, Nilu.
Oh, Dunyarzad. It was taking you so long that I assumed you got trapped at home, but you made it in the end. Uh-oh. But if Dia's here, that means you got caught, right?
You could say that, but everything worked out. She's on our side now.
Not completely.
Oh, and who are these two?
Oh, meet the Traveler and Paimon, my two newest friends. They're visitors who just arrived at Sumeru City and are looking for information on Lesser Lord Kusanali.
So you're followers from another land?
Truthfully,
Oh,
no.
really? Well, that's okay. You're still invited to the Sabzeruz festival. By the way, Dunyarzad, we've already started decorating the Grand Bazaar. It looks spectacular, thanks to your generous contribution.
You're very welcome. It's the only thing I could do. Do you still have enough Mora?
Probably? But don't sweat it. We've already finished renovating the stage. Come on, I'll show you.
Wow! This place is amazing!
Not bad. Huh. Last time I was here, the stairs were full of holes.
The stairs were nothing. A little while ago, we discovered that the tree above the stage had a huge chunk of bark ready to fall off. Mr. Zubair was worried sick. We reported it to the academia many times, but they never sent anyone to deal with it. We didn't want anything
Why
bad
didn't anyone
happening,
come to handle it?
so we were going to cancel all the stage performances.
Oh, probably because it was the theater asking.
The academia looks down on performers like us. They probably think it would be best if the theater closed down completely. We can't let that happen, though.
What shit?
Not only would everyone involved in the theater go hungry, but then we wouldn't be able to hold the Sabzeruz festival anymore. Thank the Dendra Archon for Dunyarzad. But the more she gave us, we hired someone to patch up the tree, and we also gave the stage a much-needed makeover. The stage is going to be even prettier when it's festival time. I can't wait for you to see it.
And I can't wait to see you on the stage. You've been practicing so long already. It's almost time for your dream to become reality.
It's our dream. I'll do my best for the two of us.
Nilu, what are you gonna be doing at the festival?
She'll be dancing the dance of Sabzeruz, the most important performance at the Sabzeruz festival.
Dunyarzad, have you told them the origin of this holiday?
I only told them about the Greater Lord and Lesser Lord so far.
Okay, then I'll tell you two about how this holiday came to be. According to legend, the Sabzeruz festival was originally the Goddess of Flowers' birthday celebration for the Greater Lord. A long, long time ago, on one of Greater Lord Rukkhadevata's birthdays, her friends threw her a celebratory banquet. Some of the gods got drunk. One started playing music, and the Greater Lord started singing, so the Goddess of Flowers began to dance. As she danced upon the grass, countless beautiful parisaras began to bloom wherever she stepped. Those brilliant purple flowers became her dazzling stage. All the gods clamored, "Oh, if only time could stop at this very moment."
Sounds like they had a great time.
Of course they did. When people mention the gods, they always think of the Archon War. But Sumeru's gods also had happy times. Although they aren't around anymore, they're preserved in our tradition of dance. This outfit I'm wearing is apparently based on how the Goddess of Flowers looked. Though we're just tiny people compared to the Divine, we still have to do our best to make sure that the birthday girl feels loved on her special day.
Nilu, you of all people will definitely be able to convey our well wishes to the Dendro Archon. I also noticed that you went the extra mile and scattered patisaras around the stage.
They symbolize the Goddess of Flowers, after all. It's just a shame that all the real patisaras went extinct after her death.
Yeah. The Greater Lord brought forth patisaras in memory of the Goddess of Flowers, but she ultimately could never truly replicate that beautiful purple.
Thinking about the Goddess of Flowers dance makes me wish I could have seen it. If my stage were anything like that, I'd be thrilled if I had just two real patisaras on the stage. So, Traveler in Paimon, what do you think? Interested in the Sabzeruz festival? Will you two be coming?
All of Lesser Lord Kusanali's followers will be there for her birthday. It'll be a good opportunity for you to learn more about her.
Ooh, Paimon thinks that's a great idea!
Sure it's not just because you want to in on the fun?
Come on! There's nothing wrong with enjoying a festival. Besides, it's Lesser Lord Kusanali's birthday. She'll be happy to have more people who are celebrating it.
So how about we all attend the Sabzeruz festival together?
Dunyarzad,
Sounds like a plan.
let me show you which stage decorations we've picked out so far. Traveler in Paimon, if that doesn't sound interesting to you, then feel free to explore the area. Everyone at the Grand Bazaar loves Lesser Lord Kusanali, and we're all looking forward to the Sabzeruz festival.
In that case, we'll take a look around. Whoa! What's with your yellow hair? And why do your clothes look so funny? Are you an Outlander? Did you know that the Sabzeruz festival is about to happen? There'll be loads of fun things to do at the festival. But the best part is when Ferris, the Knight of Flowers, passes out candy to everyone.
I mean, candy does sound good for a child.
Huh.
Idea.
Revamping the stage for the festival couldn't have been easy, that's for sure. I bet this year's festival will be one to remember. I don't know much about the Grand Bazaar, but I do know that the residents here have a penchant for song and dance. Two things that the academia doesn't particularly approve of. Oh, and the
Yeah, fuck the
perfume sold
academia.
around here is a lot better than what you'll find elsewhere. The fragrances are longer lasting and they're gentler on your skin and... I mean, that's what I've heard at least.
Oh yes. Must be a badass. Cannot be soft for a
Things
moment.
are really shaping up, and there's a buzz around the festival this year. We're expecting people from all over to come by this year and buy things during the festivities. Don't be fooled into thinking that Sumeru City has the best of everything. Some festival snacks are only offered here in the Grand Bazaar. And when it comes to musicians, dancers, or singers, the Grand Bazaar's got the best of the best. Sure, those folks at the academia might not like it, but what's a festival without song and dance?
Oh, hey. We love old women. They're the best.
Dancing at the Sabzeruz festival. You know, I also danced when I was younger. As a child, I even asked my grandmother why we performed the dance for the Lesser Lord when it was originally done to honor the Greater Lord. My grandmother said that Greater Lord Rukkhadevata is a beloved deity and honored by all. And Lesser Lord Kusanali is too. If the Goddess of Flowers ever knew Lesser Lord Kusanali, then she would certainly have wished to be her friend and hold celebrations for her too. The Sabzeruz festival has been losing its appeal over the years. That is, until a wealthy benefactor stepped in this year and brought the festival back to life. I heard she forked out a lot of mora to make it all happen.
Is there no future for me?
Milu, your outfit looks amazing. There's also something different about you from when we first met up.
I thought I'd add a little extra pizzazz to my dress for the festival. See?
Wow, did you sew all that yourself?
Uh-huh.
Excuse me.
Sewing is a fundamental skill for everyone in the theater company because we make all our own costumes. Did you know that Mr. Zubair not only can make costumes, but props too? I've noticed that you can't keep your eyes off this crown. Would you like to try it on?
May I?
Of course. The legends say that the goddess of flowers had beautiful horns on her head, so this crown was made to reflect that. Dunyarzad, you look absolutely stunning with it on. It's like I'm looking at the goddess of flowers
I wish we could
herself.
actually see it.
Hey! Is that who Paimon thinks it is? It looks like Catherine. Huh. Come to think of it, Paimon's only ever seen her behind the counter at the Adventurers Guild. This is the first time we've ever seen her taking a break. Hey, Catherine!
Oh, hey! It's the Traveler and Paimon! What's shaken?
Whoa. Break time Catherine sure sounds a lot less formal than usual. Paimon was still waiting for her to say Ad Astra Abyssosque.
Sure. Standing behind the counter at the Adventurers Guild doesn't require any complicated functions. But saying and doing the same old things over and over again can get pretty monotonous. Like watching the same Fontaine movie day after day. But take you two, for example. You travel across Teyvat to enrich your lives and gain new experiences.
Well, we enjoy traveling across Teyvat and all that, but we're mainly looking for clues about his sister.
Yes, you should keep searching. Sometimes the answers we're looking for aren't necessarily at our intended destination. Instead, they're found along the way.
Huh. Haven't we heard someone say something pretty similar recently? Anyways, what brings you out here, Catherine?
Are you also a fan of the festival?
No, not particularly. I guess you could say that I'm loving the recent atmosphere here. If festivals bring happiness to everyone, then that's where their true value lies. Oh, it looks like it's about time for me to be heading back now.
Alright, we'll see you next time at the Adventurers Guild. Oh, by the way, thanks for connecting us with the Eremites. We've already made some great friends in Sumeru City thanks to you.
I'm sure you two will get along well with the people here. You've already been blessed by the element of Dendro after all. See you around.
There's something really different about Catherine today.
Hey, Traveler. Paimon.
Oh, hey, Dia. What's going on?
I've got something to tell ya. My lady knows you're looking for ways to meet Lesser Lord Kusanali, and she's been trying to come up with a way to help you. Well, I have an idea that might help.
Are you serious? We'd love that!
It might not necessarily pan out, so don't get your hopes up too much. I'll need to take you two somewhere and ask someone some questions.
What about the Dunyarzad?
My lady is feeling a little worn out at the moment. Nilu's found a place for her to rest. After I take my lady home, let's meet in front of the Citadel of Regzar.
Sounds like a plan!
Okay, but where is that? You should tell us where that
Let's
is.
go to the Citadel of Regzar and wait for Dia!
I've got great food and great drinks.
In my opinion,
Everyone can enjoy.
Shoots is the best stall in the whole business.
I'm stealing your food.
Sorry, I'm late. It took some convincing for the master and mistress to believe that Miss Dunyarzad was only sitting in the port for a while because she was in a bad mood. Anyway, I guess I should be thanking you. I haven't seen Miss Dunyarzad that happy in a long time. If it wasn't for you two, she probably would have been caught and dragged back much earlier.
You sure sound a whole lot nicer than when we first met, Dia. Who would have thought you had such a soft spot for Dunyarzad?
It's called
Maybe
being a
gay?
professional. I'm a bodyguard, and I work for whoever's paying.
Look, Dia's blushing.
Yep, that's a blush if I've ever
Listen,
seen one.
You two. I don't expect to be working for Miss Dunyarzad very long, but I hope to finish things on a positive note if possible. Let's cut the chit-chat and head into the Citadel. We'll see if the person I know has a way for you two to meet with the Lesser Lord. Oh, hey, Chief.
Ha, Dia! What are you doing here? And well, didn't expect to see you three together.
I take it you all know each other already?
We met this morning after the Adventurers Guild pointed us to Osfon for more info.
No kidding. Huh. So, where's Ruksha? I thought I'd help these two out by asking about the theft. Anything you can tell him?
Rukshaw's gone over to the Academia. The Grand Sage recently ordered Sumeru City to begin bolstering its defenses, so people from all over have been called back to the city. Since you've already mentioned the theft, I suppose I might as well tell them what we know.
Appreciate it, Chief.
Theft? Sorry, what the heck are you guys talking about?
Just recently, the Academia lost something, and there's a chance the item is connected with the Dendro Archon. This case might just somehow help you in meeting her.
I suppose that's one way to look at it. But if you ask me, the case is more about the Academia than anything else. Let me fill you in. The Academia recently sent a convoy to pick up an important package from Aru village. Word got out, and the convoy was robbed on its way back. The Grand Sage took the whole matter very seriously. Not only did he dispatch the Matra, but also enlisted our help in the search for leads. All we know so far is that whatever was stolen is currently in Port Ormos.
You two have heard of Port Ormos, haven't you? It's the largest commercial port in all of Sumeru. You can travel there by leaving Sumeru City and heading south along the river. The Academia's grip isn't long enough to reach all the way to Port Ormos, so the city's a little more laid back, meaning the population's also a mixed bag. You never know who you'll meet there.
Apparently what was lost has a great deal to do with the Akasha, knowledge, and even the gods. I'm afraid I don't have any other details for you, though. If you're interested, maybe you could head to Port Ormos and ask around yourselves. If you want my advice, try introducing yourselves as students of the Academia once you're there.
Huh? Students of the Academia?
Are you serious, Chief? All the Academia students are in Sumeru City, you know. Why should they pretend to be students in Port Ormos?
If you're also interested, just go there and see what happens.
Count me out. I've got plenty of work to do here for the Homayani family. And take it from me, if you two really do decide to visit Port Ormos, you'd best watch your backs. Let's just say that the Eremites there aren't nearly as friendly as those here in Sumeru City. There are even some extremists who go around shouting slogans like, "Retake Sumeru for King Deshret." Word is that more and more are joining their movement. They're becoming a real headache for Chief and the others.
You bet they are. King Deshret's been dead for thousands of years. Now they start spreading rumors of his return. Ridiculous.
Not everyone's like you, Chief. Even the desert natives who abandoned their homes in the wilderness still wish to have a god of their own. Well, Traveler, that's about all the information we have for you.
Thanks, Dia! And you too, Osfon! Since we've gathered all we could for the moment in Sumeru City, let's head to Port Ormos and see what we can find next.
Miss Dunyarzad is looking forward to seeing you both at the Sub-Zeru's festival, so be sure to get yourselves back here in time for that.
Yep,
Good.
we won't
Then we'll
forget.
see you both at the Sub-Zeru's festival.
Okay, I gotta go to the bathroom.
such a struggle every time I talk to those scholars.
Military supplies for the Eremites must be distributed appropriately.
It's such a struggle every time I talk to those scholars.
Military supplies for the Eremites must be distributed appropriately.
Hand this work over to the Eremites. I'll have to rephrase the request.
It's such a struggle every time I talk to those scholars.
Military supplies for the Eremites must be distributed appropriately.
I would love to go back to Aru Village sometime.
When I hand this work over to the Eremites, I'll have to rephrase the request.
It's such a struggle every time I talk to those scholars.
Military supplies for the Eremites must be distributed appropriately.
When I hand this work over to the Eremites, I'll have to rephrase the request.
It's such a struggle every time I talk to those scholars. It's such a struggle every time I talk to those scholars.
Military supplies for the Eremites must be distributed appropriately.
It's such a struggle every time I talk to those scholars.
Military supplies for the Eremites must be distributed appropriately.
It's such a struggle every time I talk to those scholars.
I would love to
When I
go
hand
back
this
to
work
Aru
over to the
Village
Eremites,
sometime.
I'll have to rephrase the request.
Military supplies for the Eremites must be distributed appropriately.
It's such a struggle every time I talk to those scholars.
When I hand this work over to the Eremites, I'll have to rephrase the request.
I would love to go back to Aru Village sometime.
Military supplies for the Eremites must be distributed appropriately.
It's such a struggle every time I talk to those scholars.
When I hand this work over to the Eremites, I'll have to rephrase the request.
Military supplies for the Eremites must be distributed appropriately.
It's such a struggle every time I talk to those scholars. It's such a struggle every time I talk to those scholars.
Military supplies for the Eremites must be distributed appropriately.
It's such a struggle every time I talk to those scholars.
Military supplies for the Eremites must be distributed appropriately.
It's such a struggle every time I talk to those scholars.
I'll have to rephrase the request.
Military supplies for the Eremites must be distributed appropriately.
It's such a struggle every time I talk to those scholars.
Yellow. Sorry if you were waiting long. I had to go to the bathroom. Welcome to the stream. I am back. And we are on Lore Day. Kind of. Hope your day is going well. Remember that the drops for the stream have re-upped. I don't know how to say that.
Struggle every time I talk to those scholars.
Yeah. Feel free to chat in the chat boxy thingy. Right now we are on our way to Port Ormuz. I'm probably pronouncing that wrong. And we're waiting for Bobby Vita and some other people to come for, well, to come for Lore Day. And then we'll take a momentary break from the. Oh, that's far. We'll take a momentary. Ooh, that's far. Hey, no. From the. Oh, it is Bobby Vita. Hey, buddy. How are you, buddy? It is good to see you. I was worried you were gonna miss another Lore Day. Which would be sad. Slightly angled? What does that mean? And hi and welcome. I hope everyone's having a good day. With a slight lean. Gotcha. Hey, sometimes life is just sideways. I of all people know that. Sometimes you really can't help the fact that life is sideways.
Stabilize.
Sometimes it's a good thing, sometimes not so much. I have a plant that constantly grows sideways despite where the sun is. And it's a little frustrating, I'm not gonna lie. But I yearn for the planet where it rained molten glass sideways at rapid speed. So you yearn to be sliced in many, many pieces? I mean, not saying that that's a bad thing. It sounds like a really fast way to go, but also, you okay, buddy? Maybe it's growing towards mouse. Maybe. That would be interesting.
Propagate!
Which I am not. Get absolutely jumbled. Hold left bumper. Oh, no, this was not what I was trying to do. So, I was thinking for Lore Day that maybe we could go back to, what's it called? Artifacts, and doing some artifact lore. I'm going the wrong way. What do you think? Nope. I ran into more story. I'm back, Grandpa. Oh! This is a story that we were doing earlier, kinda, sorta. Rena, you know, the job of the Forest Watcher is important, but you should come around more often. Yeah, I know. I patrol the forest so those big tiger cubs can hang out in the woods safely. I was just messing around right now. There are tigers in Vermont Village? Tiger Cubs refers to Ithom and his friends. By the way, your voice, I don't think we've ever met. Do we have visitors? Yes, Grandpa. These two are... Rena gives Grandpa a brief rundown. Ah, I see. Welcome to Vermar Village. Thanks for helping out Rena. I plan to form a night watch, getting Alfosa, Brennan, and Arlius to safeguard the perimeter as a group. A great plan. Good for the children, after all. Has something happened in the village lately? Oh, could it be related to the round plant-like creatures we saw before? What are you talking about? That sounds like cabbage from your description. It's okay. We just a little uneasy from recent events. I spent my whole life in this village and never saw anything like this. Sigh. I won't bore you with my story. Please watch over Rena. She's been a troublemaker since she was little. She got lost in the woods once when she was 7 or 8 for a couple of days. Hey now, Grandpa. Fine. You be a good host now, Rena. Don't let our guests down. For sure. He's getting old and his eyes are starting to fail him, but he's pretty something. I'm stealing his fruit. I'm at this powerful cow. You know it. When you see the kids, tell them a feast is waiting. Not sure yet, maybe later. That's going a little fast. I hate how the game sometimes ambushes you with story. I'm back, Alfonso. I see you. Who's this with you? More cabbage. Allow me to introduce these two impressive travelers who have helped me a lot. And this here is Alfonso, just about the most dependable person in the village. You flatter me, Rena. Anyway, nice to meet you two. Thanks for looking after Rena. You don't look like a local, Alfonso. Are you a traveler too? Ah ha ha, you're experienced travelers indeed. Saw right through me at a glance. I came as an apprentice from Fontaine, but ended up staying because I really liked it here. And it's been years since. Alfonso is practically one of us now. Anyway, how are the kids? They're not running around, are they? I mean, it's not good a time right now. They're in the village, waiting for you to return after Cavis came back. Is it really okay to talk about that in front of our guests? Maybe we should talk about it later. It is something important? We can come back later. Don't worry, they saved my life after all. Actually, you could have made it on your own. Time is life to me, and you saved me time, so you saved my life. Anyway, some of the children in the village have gone missing recently. Oh. That warrants much more than just an anyway. This is a very serious problem. Have you notified the sheriff and Semiro City yet? Is there anything we can help with? Wait, just listen to me. The missing children always come back in a few days, though they don't remember what happened. I'll round up a search party every time. Sometimes we run into wild animals, sometimes the Withering Zone, other times outsiders are obviously too tough for us to handle. However, we can never find the kids since the woods are simply too big to search, even for Rena. Yeah, but in the end, they'd simply return when no one was paying attention and couldn't recall anything when asked. They remembered nothing at all? I'm not sure. I think they just don't want to tell us adults. Sigh, even though I'm only a few years older than them. Still, that's pretty concerning. Right, so I've been patrolling nearby recently looking for anything unusual. That's also why I spoke to Amadon about forming a night watch. I also asked Alfonso to keep an eye on the kids. Sorry. It's okay. I'll be more concerned if they actually stay put. I'm going to have a word with Astafald later. It's his job to watch over the others. You ought to take it easy for a while, Rena. You're the only one who can get through to them with the kids. It's dangerous outside lately. The Withering Zone aside, you got the Fatui from Shiznaya with their armed mercenaries operating in the forest. If something goes wrong, the Fatui... I know, I'll be careful, but I should be on the ball because it's dangerous. Even if you could deal with the wild animals, the Fatui are more than you can handle, Rena. It sounds like Alfonso knows the Fatui very well. Oh, I learned about them from shuttling between Summer City and Port Ormoros. It's Rena. Rena's back with Alfonso too. Hehe, here comes trouble. Anyway, think it over, Rena. I picked a bunch of star shrooms for you, Rena. Autumn, didn't you promise me never to wander outside the village? Rushtavaline will come and get you if you don't behave. Bobby Vita says, Pootie! Op, 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 op. I'm big now and I'm not scared of anything. Did you catch the gator, Rena, this time? I want to hear some tales from the woods, Rena. I didn't see the gator this time, but I brought you a golden lion and a silver... Silver what, though? Weasel thief? Why weasel thief? Silver duskbird! Silver bass! Super silver specter! Question marks. Calm down, Paimon. Alright, stop picking on them. Will and Paimon are my friends. Exhale. Paimon's not gonna get mad at kids. Regardless, you know a lot of animals. That's right. Rena would tell us stories every time she's back. She told us about a huge gator last time. And a stumper beast lord. Weasel thieves are the little ferrets that drop money. Oh, okay. I didn't know that that's what they were called. And the Rishtavalan Draja that couldn't be caught. That's right, and he'll come and get you if you don't behave. Oh no! Everyone in the village sure seems to get along. If only it could always be like this. Anyway, my friends came here from a place far, far away. Why don't we let them tell a story today? Sure, I guess. Sure, our trip to Summeru has been a very eventful one. Yay, let's go to Rena's house. Last one there is a specter. Be careful going over the bridge. Don't fall into the water. Let's go. I guess we're taking this detour. It's a cute detour though, so I don't mind. Yoink. Oh hey, a bridge that we should try not to fall off of. 1, 2, 3 kids, okay. Sumeru has the best music, you think so? I definitely like it more than Fontaine so far. I have had to go to Fontaine to deal with the Risley's boss. And I'm not sure I like classical music mocking me while I'm trying to fight, to be honest. Come on, there we go. These kids sure are fast. Here we are. Battle music go brrr. Yeah, I like how much music there is in this game. These kids ran faster than birds could fly. You guys are getting good at running. Excuse me. You guys are getting good at running. It's going to worry me sick if you run away someday. We won't run if Rena's here. I'm gonna marry Rena when I grow up. Aw, cute little lesbian. Wait, didn't you promise to marry me? Liar. Haha, we'll sort this out later. You'll meet more people when you grow up. People more impressive and better than me. For instance, Mr. Blonde here is way mightier than me, and has many great people along their journey from far away. Indeed I have. Have you been traveling for a long time? Rena says you'd tell us a story. I've got a lot of stories. You got tiger cubs then. I have a meeting to go to. You kids be good to him and stay put until I come back. Okay. Alright, on to the stories. You're a Itham, right? What story would you like to hear? Stories about dragons! Also says that there are ancient dragons and very powerful. Bobby Vita says, just a couple of centuries and interstellar travel. Sea monsters. I heard there's a lot of big monsters in the sea. I want stories about a distinguished lady who's smart and powerful. This girl. I want to be like Rena when I grow up, so I want to hear stories like that. They all want different stories. Hey, isn't there someone that knows a story of an eight-headed hydra and a silver-haired banshee and the wicked abyss dragon? Paimon thinks everyone would be happy if that person was here. How about this? We know a lot of stories and we'll tell them all. We can ask them about the mysterious creatures while we're at it. True, these kids might know things adults don't, and about how they went missing. As a trade, Itham, Kavas, and Sobodeth you'll tell us what you know too. Sure. Anyway, tell a story that they'll find interesting. I want dragon stories. Alfonso tells me they exist in the world. He said they're huge, evil dragons live in a place called Mondstadt. We know the story. So what is the dragon like? Alfonso said it's terrifying and pillages Mondstadt. How should Paimon put it? This is a tale of friendship resolving their misunderstandings. Here goes. Long time ago, in a kingdom far away, a big dragon with huge wings and sharp fangs lay in deep slumber. When the dragon woke up, the world had changed. Growl, the dragon announced. I'm mad, and now I'm going to wreck your little houses and keeps. The dragon wasn't actually bad, but was tricked by an evil sorcerer to think everyone else was bad. One day, 2 travelers arrived. Paimon tells the story of the azure blue dragon in a way that really engages the kids. So with everyone's help, the traveler removed the curse from the dragon and helped it find its friends. Wow, I thought dragons were terrible and would eat super stumper pieces and people. How big is the dragon, though? Is it like a house? It's big enough to swallow Paimon in one bite. If Paimon is the white lady, I guess a dragon isn't that big after all. Hey, Paimon might be short, but she's got a big brain. Angry emergency food noises. Hey, Paimon, and a big appetite, too. Paimon can swallow a whole village in one bite, just like that dragon. Wow, if that's true, we can fly around inside the dragon's belly. When it gets hot, we'll go to Shesnaya that Alfonso talked about, where it snows and it's rainy season. We'll go to Valka, where Granny Jenna is from. Give me a second. We have a bot that I needed. Oh no, it's not a bot, it's you. You got caught up into the auto mod. Paimon, there's barely any space for brain. You are all stomach. Like a frog. I now canonically believe that Paimon is a frog. Oh, the desert. Anyway, when I grow up, I want to travel everywhere like you. That's right, travel and make friends just how we travel and got to know you. Can we ask you a few questions? Ask about the mysterious creatures in the forest. Rena told us that they could be Avarnan. Have you heard anything about them? Oh, about that. No, I haven't heard anything about the Arana. They look like cabbages? They look like shroom boars? Like crab squid? Says Bobby. Haha, no they don't. So you've seen the Arana before? Actually, I heard about it in Granny Janet's stories. Can we ask Granny? No. Alright, we'll drop it. Rena and the others are very worried about your kids, Autumn. Have you gotten lost in the woods recently? No, I know the woods very well. There's no way I could get lost. But Shava and Kansas did. Everyone was worried, but not me. I knew the Arana would take them home. Arana? Who's that? I mean Rena. Rena would find them and take them home. That's suspicious, but Paimon doesn't think we can find out more. Let's change the topic. Why are you so interested in dragon stories? I want to be great like a dragon. Then I can help Rena and Alfonso. They work very hard, and it always takes a long time for Rena to patrol the woods. Alfonso goes out there when no one's looking too. I can help them as soon as I grow up, so they can spend more time in the village. Paimon gets it. You're a great kid, Altham. Oatham. Alright. We're gonna finish this up. Sea monsters. I heard there's a lot of big and particular monsters in the sea. Like fish that is as large as an island, or the squid as long as a river. And the stories about the puppet and the whale, also the turtle carrying an elephant on its back. You've heard a lot of stories. Why the interest in sea monsters? When I grow up, I want to be a sailor and go on the 7 voyages and discover uncharted islands and lands. That's why I want to learn about sea monsters. This way I can defeat them one day. We ran across some pirates one day. Wow, that's so cool! Did they find any treasure? Any tales of adventure? Not sure, but Paimon does have a sea monster story. Once upon a time there was a sea serpent with many heads living in the ocean. It was taller than a mountain when it stretched out its neck. The serpent didn't behave, so a god trapped it on the seafloor under rocks to prevent it from making waves and destroying the harbor. After a long while, the serpent woke up and griped, "Curse you, despicable god! I'll wash your houses and treasure out to the sea and make them mine! Roar!" And then it rose higher than the mountains and caused a tidal wave. Paimon tells the story of the people in the flying castle fighting the sea hydra together in a way that really engages the kid. And that's how everyone worked together to defeat the serpent and protect the city. So the serpent has been defeated? What a shame. I wanted to beat it up myself when I grew up. That's the spirit. You'll face other monsters when you grow up. What kind of monsters? Let's talk about something else. I promise to tell you what I know after hearing your story, so what would you like to know? About the mysterious creatures in the woods. Oh, there's lots of them in the forest. Like the legendary Stomper Beast Lord isn't like any other Stomper beast and will attack intruders. And the Rashta de Raja that snatches up bad children away, but I'm old enough to know that Rana made that up to scare the kids. They all sound interesting, but we would like to know about the round plant-like fairies called Arana. Do you know about them? Bobby says, while Austral's story is good for these kids, but Beto is more badass. 100%. Oh, Arana? Never heard of them, but I know about the Greater Jana, and it's very, very big gator in the woods that has lived for a very, very long time. It's very, very cunning. And there was this one time... That didn't sound convincing. Never mind. Wow, Paimon can't believe there's a gator like that. Do you go into the woods often? Yeah, I used to, but not lately since I got lost there once. At least that's what the adults said. What's what the adults said? Because I don't remember anything. I went into the forest to see my friend and share stories about my sister, and then I just can't remember what happened. When I came to my senses, I was back in the village already. My father held me tightly while everyone was around me asking if I was hurt, hungry, or thirsty. And then they wouldn't let me go there again. You should listen and not go there again. But you made a friend in the forest? Doesn't everyone live in the village? Yeah, a friend to everyone lives in the forest, taught us many things, like what wild fruits we shouldn't eat and which trees would let us climb on them. So what's that friend like? Well, I can't tell you. I'm sorry. Although we're friends, I made a pact with the Shabbath and a Ithum. Paimon guess it's a secret between the kids. I think we just hit a dead end. Okay, we understand. Now be a good boy and don't play outside the village. Of course, I'll be a good big brother to Shavad, and I cannot say these names. Alright, last kid, I think. Shy little lesbian girl, let's go. What story would you like to hear? Any story will do, but I'd like to have a distinguished lady who's smart and powerful. Well, she doesn't have to be distinguished, but the character's gotta be determined and loving, like Princess Cinnamon, who left her palace with a tiger in the fairy tale. That's a lot of demands. Well, Paimon knows several ladies who fit the description, but somehow they all have a connection to Electro. Electro is good. It makes plants stronger and bear more fruit. You know a lot, Shabbath. So where should Paimon start? In a place far away, there was a library. Paimon can go with the story of Lisa, but Paimon would prefer another one. In a place far away on the other side of the ocean, there's a lady general and a shrine maiden. Oh yeah, make the shrine maiden a priestess and the general a queen should help you understand it a little bit better. They're both distinguished ladies? Yeah, they both are. Once upon a time in a kingdom far away, there was a beautiful and powerful queen. But war came, and although the queen won, she lost many friends. She cried and cried, sobbed, I'm going to make a robot and have it work for me. Then I shall live alone in a palace forever and not make any more friends so I won't lose them. Beep, copy that, working now, replied the robot, who then began running the kingdom for the queen. But then some bad guys started to scheme. Where does the priestess come in? Ahem. The queen had a pretty and powerful priestess friend who couldn't bear to see the queen go on this way. That was when a traveler came to the kingdom. He and his companion were both smart and brave, so the princess thought, ack, the agile resilience, if they're both willing to help. Paimon tells the story of the queen and the priestess, both whom were distinguished ladies, in a way that really engages the kids. In the end, the lonely robot was still working hard, but that's another story. Everyone was so awesome. Even though the traveler wasn't distinguished lady, he was still strong, and that's what I want to be when I grow up. Paimon's sure you can do it, but if you don't behave and get lost out there, none of this will happen. Very smooth of you, Paimon. Yes, I'll behave and won't wander outside. What happened when you got lost before? I don't remember. I just went into the woods to gather herbs. Herbs? Yeah, Alfonso said that they're herbs to improve Grandpa's eyesight. He has trouble seeing things lately and can't see people coming his way, so I wanted to help Grandpa. Did Alfonso send you? No, he warned me not to wander into the forest too, but I wanted to help, so I snuck off. Then I don't remember the rest. Nothing at all? Nothing. When I came around, I was already home. My brother said everyone was worried. I know what I did was wrong, and will never sneak off into the woods again. That's right, good girl. Speaking of the forest, what about the mysterious creatures in the woods? I don't know anything about them. Whoa, that was fast. What do you mean by mysterious? If I knew what they were, they wouldn't be mysterious. If I don't, I wouldn't be able to tell you. I'm sorry. That makes a lot of sense, but Paimon wanted to ask about it this round. Plant-like fairies. Round and plant-like? Oh. Did that ring a bell? No, that just sounds mysterious. That's a shame, because Rhina said she would love to know what the Ironar is. Oh, she wants to know too? Then she does. Also, didn't the priestess of the story say aka aka aka? Don't be a tantrum-throwing child who refuses to talk to others. Aka aka aka. Okay, the priestess and the queen are really great friends. But, like, how do they trust each other? I think Rena would understand why I can't say it. I'm old enough to understand a lot more. I'll tell Rina and you too, but no, not now. Well, I hope you can grow up healthy and happy. Thanks. Alright, we won't ask any more questions. Just be a good girl and don't wander around. Thank you for the story. I loved it very much. I'm going to be smart, pretty, and strong, just like the priestess. And then I'll marry Rana. It seems that they know a mysterious creature, but doesn't want to tell us. Should we get the adults in town? Just treat it as a secret between kids. We're staying in Samaru for a while. We have time to look into it. I'll be back. I'm back. How did it go? Was it fun? It was fun. They told us a story. Dragons don't actually eat people, Rana. Oh yeah, that's good to hear. I was worried a dragon might fly over here and eat you all one day. Oh no! Storytelling is kind of fun. I think so too. Okay, you should go home now. It's time to eat. Osafat said that he caught good stuff in the water today. Come with us, Rina, and you too. We've got business to tend to, but thanks for the invite. I want to eat with Rana. I'll be there next time. Come on, you gotta go now, or Osafat's gonna finish all by himself. Okay, bye, Rana. Bye, you two. Yeah. Eat the children. Stick around for a minute, Iatham. I want to talk to you. I'm concerned about you. The forest hasn't been same lately. The animals are getting aggressive and far more fungi have popped up. Same with the withering stones, which keep appearing. Don't go picking mushrooms anymore, okay? Don't worry, I know when it's safe and when it's not. What's more, star shrooms are tasty and they give us the energy to keep working hard. No, Granny Janet and I are just worried. Promise me you won't run around out there before I figure out what's going on. Okay. That's a good boy. You'll be great when you grow up. Alright, let's go eat with Caravans and the others. Got it. I hope they grow up safe and sound. What do you think about the kids, Will? They're good kids. Yeah, I understand. Regardless, I hope they'll grow safe and sound. My patrol is actually not done yet. I gotta go check out the west, and I have a favor to ask of you two. Would you mind coming with me? Why? I've spotted some withering zones with no one to check on them. I'm very worried about the kids wandering into them. Well, now that you're here, will you give me a hand with that, please? Although I have nothing to repay you with. I'll take that nice axe of yours. We have nothing to do anyway. I lie through my teeth. We'll just call it exercising. So you'll help? I really appreciate it. I don't know how I can make it up to you. You've done so much for me so far. We're not going to ignore those in need. Let's go then. Okay. Wrong way. I would really like to get to that statue before we continue onward. And then when we get to the statue, I think I'm going to read some lore. Ask her for her credit card? Oh no. Oh, Bobby Vita, did you hear that story of this guy spending $600 on Farina from his girlfriend, his fiance's emergency account? Emergency credit card? Have you heard about that? Oh, also as a reminder, the drops for Twitch have restarted, I think. I think you talked about it a couple streams ago. I think so, but I don't remember, to be honest. But yeah, it's been all over the internet. There's been a lot of, like, Reddit readers reading the Reddit post about it. I think it's crazy. You were watching the stories. Yeah. I think I remember now. That is a rune guard. Let's not. The world opens itself before those with noble hearts. Oh, that is a rune guard in the middle of the mountain. I don't think we have any to give. No, we don't. It is. Holy cow. Well then, that's a big war machine. No, that's a rune friend. I hope so. Something that big could definitely crush us, that's for sure. Alright, let's stop here and do some lore. Doopy-doopy-doo. Archives. I can't remember. Is it in equipment? It probably is, yeah. There we go. Alright, we've done that one. We've done the tiny miracle. Have we done the tiny miracle? A little blue flower that sprouted between the cracks of an old tombstone. The carvings on the tombstone are a legacy of death. Yet what sprouted from the cracks was a miracle of life. Plucked from the falcon that was fast as the wind, the mere existence of such a bird is a miracle. It was gifted with the clear vision and sharp claws. Its broad wings and gliding speeds are unparalleled. It is often said that one may achieve victory by striving, but receive a miracle only by waiting. But it is not a miracle that is fine as sand, once as hard as rock. It is not too much. It is not too a miracle that we met each other. A clear goblet glittering with starlight. In the past, it was used to tell fortunes, for the water it held was believed to reflect the starry sea. An inexpensive pair of earrings made from metal that shines like the stars. What the sellers don't know is that the shine of these earrings come from the fallen stars of ancient times. Huh. Alright, now is for my favorite set, the Berserker set. Alrighty. Bathed in the flames that devour his homeland, the Berserker's face was no longer recognizable. The iron mask became joined with his flesh, and permanently branding his face with heartless continence. Then, in the fierce battle, his horrifying mask was split in two by his opponent. The cracks of the mask tore apart the flesh that had long stuck to it. But neither pain nor blood could stop the Berserker's unfaltering footsteps. The Berserker kept roaring until the flesh blood covered the black clots hardened on his face. The bloodthirsty Berserker ravaged the lands, fighting humans and monsters alike, and even challenged the gods. In a barren and lifeless land, he encountered a giant monster. His iron mask could not conceal his rage, and so an endless fight ensued. Hours, days, and years passed. The monster was finally defeated. The Berserker sucked out the marrow of the monster's broken horn, and this was how the victor drank to his success. Ew. The end inevitably comes for us all, even seemingly the invincible Berserker. As the blood from his hand finally dried up, the berserker's footsteps began to falter. His life was designed to end the moment he met his last challenger on the battlefield. On the battlefield where blood flowed like rivers, his hourglass was painted red by the setting sun. The once sane berserker's homeland fell victim to the raging war between gods and mortals. The rose garden burst into flames, and birds of omen fed on the flesh of his countrymen. Reborn in flames, vengeance and bloodlust took over the warrior's mind, turning him into a berserker. Black feathers scattered on the battlefield were painted red by his rage as he took his revenge. Sounds like he was in the Marjavar? I wonder what that is. It sounds like a country. In the days before the berserker's descent into madness, he would sometimes pause in the rose garden for a moment to himself. He never had a family, nor had he a love or friend. When he was not on the battlefield, he would come here to tend to the fragile flowers in the garden with all of his heart, as if crimson flowers buried in the thorns were the only warmth he could cling to. Bathed in the flames that devoured his homeland, oh, no, that's the same. Instructor. I don't have a talent to command an army as its general, nor am I qualified for anything beyond being a soldier. All I can do is be a strict instructor for these children, so they may survive on the battlefield a bit long. Sorry, give me a moment. I needed water. My throat is drying up already. But I'm no longer feeling sick, which is nice. Every military school student knows that the so-called free training time could not have anything less to do with freedom. The instructor sits back and watches while his students train rigorously on the field. A cup of black tea with a little too much sugar in it marks a typical afternoon for the instructor. This peaceful time is a privilege of the instructor and the embodiment of his authority. A pocket watch treasured by the instructor. It is not, however, a military-issued gear from the instructor's school. Back when the instructor was still a soldier, this pocket watch was used to coordinate charges against the enemy. It marked victories and defeats and counted the final hours of soldiers. For the students, it represented the hardship they endured during the long path towards becoming a real soldier. The strict instructor once sharpened his own combat skills on the merciless battlefield. What he teaches his students goes beyond self-defense techniques to apply into the battlefield. More so than attacking and defending, what he imparts in them is the skill of surviving on the front line even in the face of the insurmountable odds. Every move and a technique he demonstrates pay homage to the veterans of wars gone by, for it was their sacrifices that helped him become who he is today. Every student in the school knew the strict instructor was a serious soldier, but every week there would always be a day or two when the instructor would wear this yellow flower brooch on his chest. The smile on the instructor's face would always bring the students a sense of relief, for when the instructor wore the yellow flower brooch, it meant that they could take the day off and go home. Once his boisterous students had finally gone, the instructor would visit a silent graveyard. There, after a moment of silence, he would pay his respect to familiar names carved on the tombstones. Aww. The Exile. This is the one that I'm actually most interested in finding out about. It all happened before the exiled aristocrat was involved in the family feud. This flower bloomed before the first blood was shed. Having witnessed the cruelty of humanity, the exile left his kindness and gentleness in the past. But this faded flower and the innocent smile he once had will always be his treasure. Through the plains and forests, the exile traveled alone in the wild. Through thick layers of darkened cloud, an azure feather fell on his shoulder. The feather came from a panicked bird escaping from the falcon, just like the exile. The feather represented the spirit of the nestless, free bird, just like the exile. The aristocrat acquired his pocket watch back in his youth. This delicate timepiece recorded every moment of his childhood, but tragedy brought his carefree days to an abrupt end. The aristocrat was forced into a long and lonesome exile. The silver goblet is a family heirloom of the exiled aristocrat, and the exterior was once inlaid with a gem engraved with his family crest. But after the exile had brought shame to his family, he carved out the symbol which was once his pride. As a result, this cup is broken and can no longer hold liquid, but the exile still carries it with him until the very end of his journey. As a child, the exile lived in a noble house. His childhood was carefree, and his playground was the palace built with silver. In times of old, the circlet of his father was a symbol of gentility and nobility. However, years later, a family feud painted the collapsing palace blood red. The circlet became evidence of the exile's crime and has been with the exile ever since. Okay, but what crime did the exile commit? I want to know. Gerber, 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 gerber. I want to know. Okay, anyway, sorry about that. Defender's will. Always have a backup plan. He wore this headband to remind himself of that axiom. In an emergency, it could also serve as a tourniquet. That's good. By this creed, he taught his swordsmanship to the knights under his friend's command. By this credo, he also mentored a white knight who loved justice above all things. In its name, he nipped away many seedlings that may have blossomed into evil in the bud. As long as he was sufficiently prepared, even if one day he should be unable to defend his land, or protect his friends, or the maiden who loved to sing. Ooh. An exceedingly ordinary old wine canteen. If one had to point out something special about it, it would be that it never once contained a drop of alcohol. Come on, you have to try a little wine sometime. The Guardian's longtime friend and superior joke. Quit knitting those eyebrows together and have a little wine and song. I mean, that's how we have the courage to face tomorrow. Ugh. The ticking of the clock's hand and the candlelight, the reams of the creased notes, the shadows by moonlight, and the blade and black mantle. These were constant companions of the lonesome guardian. But no matter how far he went, there was never enough time. His superior, carefree and proud, often laughed at his curtness, his unsmiling face, and his aversion to fun. But the guardian was not one to look back on the past, only to the present and future, only revving every last trace of evil, no matter the means, could ensure that his land and his friend and his superior love could have a future without fear. Only when he gazed upon the maiden in the square could he think upon things that he had no time for. Only then could he think about his own future. The shield crest engraved upon this quill glitters in the pale moonlight. Long ago, this light would strike fear into the hearts of evildoers and thieves. The guardian had a very precious knightly title, but at night he would disguise his crest and face beneath a mantle. Thus he could shake off his restraints and do what was needed to be done, yet could not be done by an upright knight in good standing. Oh, okay. Only the maiden's clear voice could cause the guardian's brow to come unbound. Their time together was short. At last the knight's blood would run dry, as her tears and her songs. Aw, it's actually really pretty. I like that. That's really pretty. Let me see. Hey, Bobby Vita, do you know what domain I could get the Braveheart set from? I would like to do these in order. You know, if at all possible. I guess I could also look it up online. Let's see. Braveheart set locations. There we go. You don't know? Alright, I'm looking it up now. Let's see. Set locations. An artifact guide. How to get. We are going to be looking for Ridge Watch. Apparently they're from Liyue. Braveheart can be attained by the Domain of Blessing, Domain of Gunyu, and Ridge Watch, the artifact domains in Liyue. Let's see. Which one are you? Wayward Path. Nope, not you. Oh, I hope it's not this one. Nope, it doesn't seem to be. Forsaken Runes, nope. This is a mansion. What about you? Blessing of Stone. So it might be this one on a different day. What about you? Roaring Fires. Ridgewatch. Okay, so we would need to be going here. I will do that for when I do my... Yeah, next to Dragonspire. You were right. I think one time domains can have it. Yeah. It said the blessing one. But we will... That domain is good for you because Zhongli's set. Oh, okay. Well, I will definitely do this domain on Sunday then. Sunday is the day I do my domains after my writing stream. But I'll definitely stream it this time. Since we're looking for a particular set. It's so crazy that there's a whole ass war machine just in the mountain. Tendency of the Millilith. My wife told me that that would be a good set. She plays a lot more of this game than I do. But like, in a good way. Sorry, I need to set an alarm for my work. That way I don't get too carried away. Alright, I don't have much time before I have to go to work. So... let's go back over here and get this side mission world questy thingy done. I don't want a new quest. We are on this quest. Gerbil, 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 gerbil.
This is such a great place for a vacation.
Oh, well. The best thing about my house is that I can sneak out of it without anyone noticing, and that's how I've been running off all this time since I was a kid. Alright, back to business. Well, whenever you're ready, let's go. Let's go. Sure, it's not too far to the west. Up, 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 up. Oh hey, we got 30 primos, which is gonna be good, because I'm saving for Venti. No, I was not talking to you, person. A healthy body should come before everything. Are you alright? Me? Of course, I'm fine, completely fine. It's Kamar, my younger brother. His body is failing and he needs to rest and recuperate in a place with a lot of trees. Before he falls sick, I used to sell in the city the quarries I'd hunt, but I have to look after him now, so I rarely leave the village unless it's to get medicine in the city. Sometimes getting ill or not is beyond our control. He's still so young, I hope he gets well soon. Things will get better. I know it's a polite gesture, but it's still comforting. Hope Lesser Lord Kuzunawi will hear our wishes, and my little brother always prays. Oh, I got a lotus. And a carrot. My carrot. What's it? The fun procession. What do you mean by that? Blop. Blop, 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 blop. Oh, you know, I should probably... I say that and then I already got into a fight. Battle music here is fun. Ba-ba-da-da-ba-ba-ba. Here we are. When I was little, I would often take this... Do not attack me while I'm in a... Motherfucker! Withering zones appear so quickly now, and Tagnari and the others are too busy to deal with them in time. Leave it to me. Okay, you made clean work of those withering stones before, so it's still dangerous. If it gets to be too much, be sure to leave the realm and take some rest. Okay, give me a... Oh, give me a second. Apparently, I need to kill these things.
Solidify!
Gets rolled.
Let's begin.
This poor thing got stun locked into a wall. I would feel bad for it, but like, they're supposed to be Shangli. But it kinda did this on its own. Okay, I'm gonna go face the other ones real quick as well. Oh, before I do that, I'm actually gonna switch up my team. Nope, can't switch up my team. Okay, cool.
Gather.
I am gonna get this chest though. Get swirled. Oh, I missed. Stop running away from my pillar. Get into my pillar. Stop running away from my pillar. Wahaha. Rightly.
All unclaimed articles should be turned in. So, neither of us saw anything here, right?
Right.
Not too far now.
Hi. Huh. Hi. Huh. 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 Oh. Huh. Huh. Yeah. Hi.
Okay. Nope, I'm doing this wrong, I can already tell. Maybe? Here we go.
Farewell. Stabilize. Be free.
Hi. Huh.
How are you feeling, Will? Do you feel weak or nauseous? No. Next to the weathering zone over there. I need your help. Let's eat some food first. That is not how we eat food. There we go. Bon appetit. Where am I supposed to be going? Oh, okay. Whee! This withering zone is expanding. Regardless, I leave it in your capable hands just like before. Just don't overdo it. Thanks, Will. Alrighty. Where is the thing that was supposed to be?
Farewell. Be free.
Ow. Fucking hurt. Oh, good.
Not too far now.
Solidify.
No.
This is order. Gather.
I'm just lazy spear throwing. Boof. We're not getting rid of the withering zone? The recent alligator activity. Ugh, geez, that goes too fast. Forest Watchers are also tasked with protecting the ecosystem. Recently, because of the withering zone, all the alligators have become, shall we say, unusually manic. Not only have they been invading other animals' territories, but they're reproducing at a faster rate. If this goes on, they will be a danger to the children, but to the forest ecosystem as well. Luckily, your opponent isn't withering zone this time. It is my time to shine. Hee hee. You'll rest up and leave this to me. Rest? Not a chance. We're coming to help too. Really, it's okay. That's great then. I will finally be able to fight side by side with you.
Be free.
Get him. But how much is a certain number?
Farewell.
Yay. It was nice to have a chance to do something. This should help with our problem a little. Besides, watching you fight made me realize I still have a lot to learn. Well, like footwork and timing too. An experienced traveler like you is absolutely amazing. Thanks. Thank you so much. It really reminds me. How's your condition, Will? After taking care of so many withering zones, do you feel dizzy or nauseous? Nothing I can't handle. That's good. You've done so much. Goodness. I feel so much better now. Let's take a break. One of our forest patrol campsites isn't far from here, and it should have equipment and supplies. Yay! Let's go camping. Camping, that sounds fun. Off we go. It's just ahead. Here we are. What's that round thing at the edge? It looks like a small cabin. Oh, that? I'm not sure where it came from, but you see them all the time in the forests of Saramu. Maybe it's some kind of ruin. Strange, since you've asked. I've seen and heard about this kind of house and its residents who... What was it again? Wasn't it a researcher who's in the Saravian life? Oh, never mind. Will, Paimon, wait here a second. I'm gonna go tidy up the campsite and get a fire going. Get some ingredients. Let us help you. I can't have that. I'm the one who asked you to come along and help clean up the withering zones. Just think of us as trainee forest watchers. What do you need us to do, Rena? Well, if you insist, Paimon, can you help me get some of the firewood then? All you need is some wood chopped. Nothing. That's nothing. We can do that. Is that so? Let's go. Need to be good treasures at a campsite. There's not really like a tree. Oh wait, tree. Okay. Yep, that should be enough. Let's go find Rena. Small ice bridge. I'm almost done in here as well. Will these be enough? Yep, that's more than enough. Alright, once our camping tradition is, most estimated person in the group gets to light the campfire. They just have to light it, right? Leave it to us. Na 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 na.
I guess the housework can wait.
Using up the supplies stored at the campsite, the ingredients gathered along the way, Rana makes a part of richly fermented curry. Oh, okay. Sounds like Rena stole Paimon's line. Paimon doesn't care about such things. Still, this curry is so aromatic. What is the smell draws creatures or hilly trolls here? Curry, curry, in the air, hungry children, it's time to come home. This is a children's song from Saramu. It's something free about curry. Each family adds a little different ingredients and spices depending on how they make it. So each family's curry has its own flavor. So when we were little, we could smell curry and tell whether or not it was made by our parents. But once we got older, we couldn't tell whose curry was whose anymore. They all seemed about the same. But still, you know, it's time to go home and eat when you smell curry. Curry, curry in the air. Hungry children, it's time to come home. That stuff you make also has a different aroma. Oh, is that so? I'd like to try. Sure, I guess. But we've just eaten so much of this curry. Let's make some next time. Okay. That reminds Paimon, why do you have to pick up branches instead of chopping down trees when you start a fire? Does the Dendro Archon punish people who cut down trees? Wow, well, what will we do? No, it's because fresh wood has too much moisture in it, and it's hard to light. Also, the Dendro Archon isn't that petty. Still, our teachings in Sarmar say to respect nature and the forest because we are the forest subjects. So are the birds and the beasts, and in the end, the forest will remember. Even if you grow up and forget, don't fret, the forest will remember. The forest will remember? Rena, what's wrong? Oh, I just felt like I almost remembered something that was lost in my memories for a long time. Something warm and precious, but I couldn't remember at all. Just those 2 lines. Dang, it's like when you have to sneeze, but it just won't come out. How infuriating. Some things are harder to remember the more you try to remember them. Just ignore it, and after a while, it may suddenly come back to you when you're doing something else. I'll try. Thanks for watching those kids in the village for me before. They're like my little brothers and sisters. The oldest one is Kavas. He always wants to travel the road by boat when he grows up. Savish is his little sister. She says she wants to be just like me. It's a little embarrassing, I think. I don't think there's anything embarrassing about that. Then there's Aotham. I worry about him. He was raised by Granny Genera after being abandoned in the village. So Aotham... Yes, I was still a little girl back then, but one day the adults discovered that a traveling couple who had been staying in the village were gone, and all they left behind was a teeny tiny child. I always used to worry about him, but now him and Cavus and the others are like family. Alfonso also looks after him, and a real older brother would. About what you and the children were talking about before. Yes, now that you mention it, when we were telling the stories, we also asked around about the Arana. Ah, that's the round plant-like fairies that you mentioned before. They said they didn't know, but they were acting like they were hiding something about it. I don't know much about these creatures myself, but I'll tell you the part I heard. First off, they're much like you described, round and plant-like. The forest is vast and deep in Saramu. There's constantly changing, like a gargantuan beast. Even so, the locals will lose their way, let alone travelers. Legend has it that there are some countless bizarre and amazing creatures in the forest like this, and more famous among them are the Arana, which supposedly means forest people. The Arana are relative to the Dendroarchon and are guardians of the forest. They are the bridge between the people and the trees. They have the ability to enter dreams. But for the people of Sumeru, dreams are very rare. That sounds amazing. Agreed. They might not say it in front of the adults, but I do think that the legend of the Arana, who knows? Maybe they've seen the Arana playing in the forest. It's normal for children to have secrets among themselves. That keeps from grown-ups, so long as they can grow up healthy and become strong and good adults. Do you have any clues? We also were really worried, so we asked around. The kids said that they were in the woods, and the next thing they knew, they were in the village. They couldn't remember anything that had happened before. That's right. They suddenly appeared in the village after going missing for a few days. Everyone was worried sick while they were gone. Alfonso even organized a search and rescue team. What is it, Rina? Now that I think about it, it was actually kind of funny remembering that what I said about curry before. Alfonso made the search party take curry into the forest with them so the children could smell it. Anyway, we didn't find either of them, but they came home on their own, and with the whole memory loss situation, something about the whole thing just doesn't feel right. So I've been patrolling the forest and ruling out any elements that could harm the children. Alitham is the only one left who hasn't gone missing, so I have to protect him. About Alfonso. Oh, speaking of him, Alfonso seems like he's really popular in the village. He's organized a search party and the kids talk about him all the time. Oh, him? He's like an older brother to them. We treated them like family since he arrived in the village a few years ago. According to him, like Alitham, he doesn't have a family, so it seems this place is his real home. Alitham also sees him as his actual big brother. Paimon gets it. If you two stay in the village, I know that they'll be very happy to have another big sister. Like I said before, if it's possible, I hope you guys can join the ranch of the Watchers. Well, actually, I'm traveling to find someone. You briefly explained the reason for your travels to Rena. I see. I understand how you feel. Well, I also had a friend who's very dear to me vanish out of nowhere, but well, that's not important. The blonde girl you're looking for, I feel like I've heard about her somewhere before. Let me think. Nope, I can't remember. I'm sure someone told me a story about a blonde girl before, just like Gold, and they called her a Nara or something? Paimon feels like Rina's memory isn't very good. That's what happens when you grow up. There's no need to force yourself, Rina. Paimon also hopes the kids in the village are doing okay. Well, I'm very happy that I could meet you two. I'm sure the children feel the same way. You're not only skilled, but also kind, and I'm so moved that you would worry about my little brother and sister in the village. I'll keep an eye out for the person you're looking for. Then when you're finished your journey, come to Saramu, and we can patrol the forest together. Let's put a pin in that for now. Okay, but think about it. If only I could have met you and Paimon earlier. Teehee, you're making Paimon blush. Z. I think she's asleep. She can even sleep while sitting upright. Is that a special training for the Forest Watchers? She must be exhausted. Rima doesn't have our stamina. Do you want to take a rest, Will? Yeah, I'm gonna take a little nap too. Sleep well. I don't even remember falling asleep. Sorry about that, hee hee. You can sleep while sitting upright. Not really, I just ate a lot and was feeling so relaxed that I just, ahem. Here's the Forest Watcher trivia. When searching for a missing person in the forest, you want to feed them something that's easy to digest when you find them. Digestion consumes stamina. That's why you feel sleepy after eating, or at least that's what the academia researchers say. Well, Paimon, have you rested? You worked so hard. We slept like babies. Yeah, don't worry about us. Are you sure? Okay then. Thank you so much for yesterday. I feel much better now that you're here. You can count on us. Well, is there any work left to do today? Let me see. I think we're just about done. Let's head back to the village and we can check in on the situation. Okay, let's go. There's a statue nearby that I wanna... I hope I'm not disturbing this home. Oh, we wandered into a weathering zone.
Not good.
Oh, crap, I got trapped. We are still looking for the statue. Seems to be up here. Nope, that's not what I meant. Definitely my fault.
Where'd this rain come from? Are you gonna be okay? Here, I'll lend you my coat.
Oh, Toma, you are such a male wife. I love you.
Huh. Lovely weather we're having. Will you join me for a walk?
Here we go. I think that's where we're going to stop for today. I have to get ready for work. Nope, that's not what I meant. Alright. Have a good day, guys. I will see you tomorrow for my variety show stream.